So like if you buy a home that's 300 grand, you have to put at least 300 grand more into it as an improvement to satisfy that requirement.
In 31 months.
Yeah, and so it does offer some benefits, so whatever increase capital gains that you get in that amount of time, so your initial investment goes down by 10% after 5 years, 15% after 7, and if you hold on to it for 10 years or more, actually it doesn't go any further, but any additional capital gains that you'll pay on that is tax-free from that point on. So it's a long-term gig, and you also have to, in order to set up the fund, so you have the opportunity zones, which say which properties qualify, and then you have to set up your own fund, which is going to be like an LLC or some other kind of business. Open up a fund in there, put the money in there, and then do the investment from there. What I wasn't able to find out is just how, like if you're going to go and fix and flip a bunch of properties, how much time can be between investments. So like you buy one, fix it up, sell it, you either you have to hold on.
Working. It's not working.
I think you could do it if you pump it immediately into the next
Another
property
opportunity.
and the next
I don't
property.
think so, no.
Yeah, so I think you have to hold on to them for a while.
You gotta hold on for 10 years. It's a way to not 1031 out.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not just real estate. You could buy businesses also. You could.
Let's see. So 90% of the funds that you have in that fund needs to be spent in those zones.
Right.
I know that. Yeah.
You have to spend it in the opportunity zone, but you don't have to buy real estate. You can buy business also.
But we can't sell businesses, right?
Right.
Alright, so that's off the table. You can't do that.
Right. Well,
We get another
information.
Yeah,
but if you want to invest in the opportunity zone.
Yeah. So there are.
So this is for sellers who are selling their house.
Just anyone that was, yeah. So you're gonna purchase properties that are in a horrible state that need to be substantial improvements.
So back in 2017, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, they created this loophole for investors to come in and basically make a distressed community make improvements on it. So these are the little loopholes. So you don't have to pay tax. They get preferential tax treatments if they invest.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff in Oakland, unincorporated San Leandro, Opportunity Zone. Basically, it's an investor that wants to come in but does not it's basically a way to get out of real estate. So if you have a property, say a rental property, right? You can 1031 that into an Opportunity Zone. Then you have to, within 31 months, put it, whatever that cost is. If it's $300,000 for the rundown house, then you're going to add a duplex in the back or another unit in the back at AUD or whatever.
ADU.
Yeah, ADU. I always get it all messed up. You put that in the back. That costs $300,000 to fix the front and put that one in the back. Then you hold it for 10 years. Then you do not have to 1031 out. If it's worth $1 million,
you can sell it for $1 million.
It's tax free.
You walk away with all that.
Yeah.
It's a way to get, because the thing is, like, your 1031, yeah, you can do a 1031, but most CPAs are going to tell you that you have to hold the property for 2 years. So the flips don't work on a 1031, because if you start flipping and you're 1031 and 1031 and they audit you, you might as well just go to jail. Like, do not pass go directly to jail. It's a 2-year hold on a 1031.
Yeah, so the opportunity funds, even the company I called who deals with them, they said their only options were to either create the fund yourself, the LLC, or to go with a company like them. And they don't mess with fix and flips or anything. They do like new construction.
Big projects.
Big projects. They do hotels or huge developments, stuff like that. Right. So it's just the initial land or what was on the land is in essence what they bought, and then they're going to put well beyond the substantial improvement guidelines on there. But even if you invest your money with them, they're going to hold on to it for a long time to build it up. So yeah, homework assignment done, but it doesn't look feasible.
You can even market to investors for opportunity zones. I mean, if
Invest
you,
stock, people in stock market.
well, not just normal investors, like somebody like now that may have, you know, a property that's a rental and they might wanna leverage up, or maybe they're just like, they're getting older and they kinda wanna get out of the rental business. Let's say they're like 40, 45 years old, right? And they're like, I got a couple of rentals, but I wanna get out. Well, they have to hold it for 10 years. Well, they have to hold it for 10 years, so like the 60, the 80-year-old guy that has a bunch of rentals, he'll never even see it. Right, so that's not the person that you're gonna go to, and they have to still have more cash.
Right.
They have to double the investment, right? So what are they gonna do? That's why they're building these big old buildings or apartment complexes and stuff like that, because it's not for the small guy, right? That's where it's like, if you start to look at where these opportunity zones are, like, you're gonna want to look in San Leandro, like unincorporated San Leandro, San Lorenzo. Yeah, and you're gonna add a unit in the back, and then it's feasible, and they can rent, and all of those are gonna allow a second dwelling over there. Like anything over off of like Fur, like 150th, down there, those long lots, that's all opportunity zone.
Yeah, right there.
Like I think there's a
Across
lot.
from Bayfair.
Yeah, Bayfair, yeah, right, all over there. That's all opportunity zone. I think it's good.
It is good.
If you can get
It
some
needs
investors.
improvement.
Yeah, it needs improvement. You can get some investors. They're gonna do more deals with you, and at least they got money, so.
Right.
Okay. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Thanks, Ralph.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Ralph.
thank you.
And I also found out that about 4.5 billion was put into these opportunity funds to invest back in.
Yeah.
So I think these people, they're not out yet, but they're coming.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're lucky here, like in the Bay Area, because like, I mean, I got a couple of clients that were talking about opportunity zones. And,
Next few weeks.
Talking
The
about.
Tri-State marketing meeting.
yeah,
they
I
have
mean,
every
because,
month,
but
every
that's,
Thursday.
for me, it's like, I don't
They're
know
still having the
Oakland,
broker store.
so
every
I
Thursday.
can't go into Oakland.
They're still,
No.
all
They
the
lose all their money.
places are,
Um,
marketing meetings are canceled.
But
Oh,
like
all of
San
them?
Leandro,
Livermore,
like
I mean,
all of San
independent.
Leandro, it's like,
There are also
Yeah.
some that don't
I
do
didn't
it.
know that.
Yeah, Tri-City
You
came
can
out
just-
with
you
that.
just
What we're
find the
not doing
lots.
is the biggest
You
source
just
of
go on
spread is
Facebook
children
or
in school.
maps,
We're not
right?
kids
You
in
just look
school.
like that one doesn't.
So we're gonna look at it in
that-
meetings,
that
but
one
we're gonna have our
doesn't
kids go get it, bring it home, so
But you-
I don't quite understand.
It's kind of weird.
And
Because
it lives
the
on
same-
stuff and no one cleans their
Yeah,
cell
you
phone.
have to
So if
double
you
your
touch it,
investment within 31
there's no
months.
point, well,
They
you're gonna
want
get to pick up
areas
your cell
with
phone.
Right.
They don't have
So-
to.
Yeah, you're not-
Like, unless you're soaking your cell phone.
Well, they don't know a lot about this one, but so far,
And then leave it for 10
this
years?
flu season, the regular flu has
I don't
killed
think that'll
6
work.
times as many people.
Yeah, see, that's what I was
That's
trying
why
to
we were
explain. I'm
talking
like,
about.
It's a little early to see if it's more
Well, you're gonna fix
deadly
it,
than
that's
it
right.
is, but
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
You're not gonna.
And it might be seasonal, so it might be done by
Because you
April.
have
to
But not only
rent
that, they
them.
already have
Yeah.
a vaccine for it,
Okay.
it just has to get FDA approved.
oh, wow.
So if you have
Which
like.
will take
Yeah,
a year and
so-
a half though.
So
Well,
yeah,
they're
next
hoping
year,
that
the
it'll
year
only
after,
take a
yeah.
couple months just
Not
because of the
San
severity
Leandro,
of
right.
it.
Well, if
Yeah.
our president
Capital
doesn't see a severity on it, they can't
Buy
push for
property
it,
for
so.
3
Start
Well,
I think he's gonna.
it's
be
west of the
forcing it.
Rockies, so
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah, exactly. That's his mentality.
Once you start to work within 31
Doesn't affect New
months,
York.
It doesn't have to be right away.
I feel bad because it's like, I think a
Within
lot of the
31 months,
people
you
who
have to
are,
start the
there are
first.
a lot
Yeah,
of,
you
a lot
need
of
to
people in
complete it,
government,
and then
they're
add 10
in
years and it's
the-
tax-free.
like 50+ males with high cholesterol. Like, those are the people that are dying. Like,
Yeah,
older
yeah.
men, older white men.
By the way, I did a radio show on opportunity
so
zones. I
crazy.
can send you the link if you
Oh,
want
yeah?
to listen to it. There's 2 opportunity zone investors.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'll send you,
Thanks
we
for coming.
basically did an
If you
hour
think of
looking
other
at
suggestions, let
brands.
me know.
Uh-huh.
I'll give
Okay.
you,
And
and so I'll
when's your
send it
next
to you
one?
so you can
Can I
listen
get
to
it?
it.
Yeah, sure.
I
What
think
did
they
you end
were,
up
Okay, when you're ready,
determining
call.
from the whole thing? I mean, it seems like
Design.
She wants to be a
pretty
part
substantial.
of.
I think it's,
Oh,
sure.
I
I
think
love
it's a good idea
design and
to
stuff.
like
Okay.
partner
right
with
up
one
my
of
alley.
them
That'd be great.
because they have all the
Can I
research
hand
done
something
and
down
they have all
for
the
you?
resources you need.
Yeah,
She
just
might
right
well.
all
My
in
hands a wall.
scratch. It
Yeah.
seems
Yeah.
well, I mean, the time to do
Yeah,
that
and
is
they
actually when we're
don't
looking at
really,
one.
they couldn't like,
What's that?
they
The time
think
to look
it's a
at when
great
we're first-
idea, but
when we're
it's
first
at the
dating
very
the
beginning
property we're gonna
stages,
buy.
so it's like, check back in
Because we
10
have to
years.
predict how much
Yeah, exactly.
to know how much we can
I think they're
offer.
so put in
And
rules
most of the
in
time,
place too.
Yeah.
You'll have great ideas and we won't take the property because there's not enough margin.
And
But
sometimes
but we
the
wanna know what
areas
it takes
that
to
are
get it to a
opportunity
state where
zones,
it's
it's like,
gonna
okay,
be workable.
but is these little investments gonna change the whole city, or is like, more need to be
That'd be
involved,
great.
right?
Yeah.
I love that
Because
stuff.
it's like, okay,
Right up my
you
alley.
put 3 nice apartments in there, that's not gonna start pushing
We'll
the
find one in the
out.
alley then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
So
that
then it's
though.
gonna start
Something better than
devaluing
Right.
those
Thank you.
you know, better apartments. So it just, I think it
Yeah.
it just
Bye.
depends on market
Bye, Robert.
and what they, so what those areas surround.
Yeah, exactly.
That, who knows? But yeah, okay, I'll send it to you.
Yeah. That'd be great if that was like what you're gonna specialize in or something, then you can just go
I
in.
don't know how many people.
Yeah.
Right, you know,
Okay.
identifying those areas and trying to get people to sell.
I wouldn't mind,
Oh, easily 100.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
especially the commercial side of it.
yeah. So I guess the biggest thing I need to do is just complete the learning thing on kvCORE.
If you take the time to learn, you'll spend less money trying to fix your problem as you go.
Oh yeah, no, I've been meaning to get back on the thing anyway.
Yeah, and seriously, like just commit yourself 20 new, and if you need to do it manually and enter it manually, and just to commit to 20 a week, and then that way you have someone to follow up. So the next week you're entering the 20, and then that second week you're calling past 20.
Yeah.
And so then you have a system going, and then you'll always start exponentially increasing your numbers.
Yeah, I've been working on everyone I've contacted since I started, trying to contact them and then inputting them in my kvCORE.
That way.
Working on that.
What is your, I can send it to you in Messenger on Facebook.
Oh yeah, sure.
Originally they did
John's Bay Area Home, I think. Or
Thank
Sean,
you.
Bay
John's with an S. That's my business page. I can do my regular one too. I don't know if you
Find
can
some
find
food
it.
business, right?
I think I just shut down a lot of the.
Wires are cool, but then I
I'm
follow up
somebody
with
that
real
is
estate
already-
stuff, so I sort of circle, that's my
Some
circle of,
Train a certain
you know,
way.
what I can deal
Well,
with.
you have to train
But it keeps me in the
So we went
neighborhood,
in
and
SB
I
area
sort of like to be able to be there,
That's
seeing
a lot.
houses and seeing
They
how
do have
things,
training.
and then you're sort of talking the talk.
Oh, I think it's, oh,
That
no,
just,
it's,
then it gets
She's
you to roast it
part-time
as well.
now. I had her full-time for a
Got
while,
it.
Okay.
and then
I'm down, she's doing.
There you go.
So we'll see how that works.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Go brush my teeth. I feel like something stuck on my teeth.
Sure, honey.